Hi everyone, welcome back to the YouTube Hop, the Spring YouTube Hop, hosted by Tiffany, Crafting Like a Boss McGill, here on YouTube. Again, make sure you are following all of the participants in this fun hop. This is a spring hop, and I will have the hashtag that is kind of floating around in my brain, and I just can't seem to remember it at the moment. But it's going to be there, and I hope you are following along. Now, last week I did a treat box, not a conventional, like you make the treat box, but it was a repurpose or upcycle a box. And last week I could have used this week because it was very flower themed. And so flowers is the theme this week. And I want to give you some examples of some projects that I have done with flowers. If you like to craft with flowers, these are a great alternative to someone who might be allergic to flowers, that you just don't, you want to, because Mother's Day, Valentine's, it's springtime, and there are some holidays coming up. So if you like to do happy mail, it's fun to do stocked envelopes. And I have a spring paper, digital paper collection or some papers that I printed up. And I did make the flowers, and I have a punch for that. And the punch is a Stampin' Up punch that I did purchase from Tiffany. But if you know someone who is a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I don't know if this is retired or not yet, but if it's not, you may want to grab it. It makes a really nice flower. It's one of my favorite punches to use. I have a lot of dies, and it's just so convenient having the punch here. Um, but anyway, so I did use homemade flowers here and embellished, but I do love to use flower themed paper for projects for the spring. Okay, and then just kind of put that there. And then another thing is that there are dies floating around, or if you have a We Are Memory Keeper envelope punch, you can make a box envelope. This is a past project, and unfortunately, it did get a little bit smooshed, but it's still a wonderful envelope. If you load it up, it's still, the integrity is there. You could add some ribbon at the bottom, but I did turn this into a card, and it does stand up. So there's an idea, some inspiration, and I think I used glossy accents. I made this quite a while ago, and I just keep it, I kind of made it for myself. But there's an example for you on some alternative for flowers. And so I also have a memory dex card. That would be a wonderful gift or happy mail to send a friend. And this is how I used my flower. And I think I even embossed this paper a little bit. But you never know. Not everyone likes flowers, like personally, to have flowers in their home, or you know flowers can be very expensive, and they only last for a short amount of time. So these are just some other ideas. But today, what I have in mind for you is to make, they're kind of like wands, but we're going to make some flowers. So I have some straws, I have my hot glue gun, and I have some paper bows. I'm going to use these rosettes, and I have some different ribbons that I think I will use. And then I actually do have some flowers to use, some more paper flowers. One I added to a bow for an actual full, bigger, more grand type of embellishment. And some of these items were gifted to me from my birthday challenge last year, or in swaps. Swaps. I mean, I've stopped doing swaps for the time being. I needed to take a break for a while. I do have a bunch of swaps that I've done to go through, and that's what I'm kind of doing, is going through everything and seeing what I could use to embellish design team projects and hot projects. So grab some fun supplies. I even have some beads. I have an idea of doing something, so I will make a couple, and then I'm going to show you how I did it.
stay